Well, we have Comrade Adeboye Adebayo. He's the National Media Director, National Director of Media and Publicity, Asiwaju Project Beyond 2023. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So just go straight to it. What is going on? Is there trouble in paradise? Is there problems harmonizing this list? Are there too many people who want to be in this list like it's speculated?
Well, thank you. You see, people always escalate issues when it comes to APC, and we are happy about it because it's a signal that our fortune is rising every day. You know, when you are strategic with your team, campaign at this point in time is not a child's play. It's not something that you rush into. Don't forget that at the last election, we inaugurated our campaign 50 days after INEC lifting the ban. So, if INEC lifted the ban on 28th of September, that does not mean we should start immediately. No. We really need to package ourselves. We need to dot all the I's. We need to cross all the T's. There is no law that says we should start campaign on the 20th of September. No. You can start the campaign. So for us in the APC, there is no iota of trouble. All we are doing is try to put our house in order because the campaign that we are going to reel out to Nigerians are the facts, supported by figures and all that Nigerians need, to be great again. All that Nigerians need, we want to talk to Nigerians with facts. We want to deal with Nigerians with figures. We want to tell them what we intend to do, how we intend to build on Buhari's achievement, and the operational motives that we have. We want to explain all of those things to the last man standing, that young man in my village, that market woman selling fish in Badagry, in their languages. Not everybody speaks English. We need, in as much as we are expecting vote from them, we hold this as a duty, to let them know what we intend to do in their own language, so that we are going to run a government that is all-inclusive, from the top to the last man standing. So we are in the process of doing that. Our manifesto will be out very soon, 90% ready. Every stakeholder, they have their input, and we are trying to do it into all available languages in the country. So we are on course, we are doing our best, and we want to reel out the best for Nigerians.
Well, would you would you blame Nigerians who have seen you release a list and then recall that list, and then we hear speculations of the national chairman unhappy with the list, and several other dynamics going on at the moment? Well, you have also said that Nigerians have our temper stout when it comes to the All Progressive Congress. Would you blame us?
I would never blame Nigerians for anything, because it shows they have interest in the APC. If you don't have interest in something, you won't talk about it. Now, the list you talked about, the list was not recalled. No. The list is out there already.
It is.
There is always room for supplementary list anywhere in the world. The list is out, it cannot be recalled, it cannot be withdrawn, but other lists will still follow. There are directorates. And when you believe that, okay, there are more directorates to come on board, there are more people to come on board, you've got to include them. So recalling the list is not there. Withdrawing the list is not there. The issue is that, yes, the list has been released, supplementary list is coming on board. That's just it.
Okay. So how about the national chairman's grievance?
That has been
alleged
debunked. That has been debunked. You see, it was a draft. And our National Police Secretary, Felix Moka, the following day did a press statement debunking that such draft did not emanate from our party chairman. So, you see, I'm not surprised, because this is an era.
Exactly.
So a lot of people, the opposition, the fifth column ministers, they will be doing everything, to malign APC. But in as much as they're trying to do that, they are increasing our fortune. So no cause for alarm at all within the party.
Okay, so a lot of people had been not so happy about the choice of Muslim ticket. We have several people, again yes, we have several people within the party who have grievances left, right and center. What is the party doing to harmonize these people so that should you begin your electioneering campaigns, they would not feel left out?
Now, Joy, you and I, we have a lot of responsibility in this regard, and I'll tell you why. The issue of Muslim tickets, I've told you times without number that we need to relegate it. Religion should not be part of our politics. Joy, if we want this country to move forward,
right?
I am a Christian. Being a Christian is my belief. It's a personal faith between me and God, and that will lead me to heaven, life after here. It won't lead me to Aso Rock now. A religion will not lead anybody to any political office. It is high time we stop this thing. And those people we talked about, as you speak now, you will agree with me that it is only some politicians who are bent on using religion as a tool for negotiation that are still talking about this thing. The can where I belong, I'm a Christian, a practical one, a contributory one. I don't see anything in this Muslim thing. Why don't you see it as a north and south ticket? Because when Nigeria was established,
right,
when Nigeria was created, it was created based on northern and southern protectorate. And this is a ticket where we have our leader, Asiwaju Tinubu, from the south. We need somebody from the north for balancing. Any political party, the dream will be to win election. And that is our own strategy. Tinubu is a minority from the south when it comes to religion. Shetima is of the majority when it comes to religion. That is the best strategy for any political class. You can't pick a southern minority and match him with another minority from the north.
Is that to say that there couldn't have been somebody who pulls the crowd in the north
as a Christian?
As a Christian,
show me somebody.
I wouldn't know. I've not done the research. It's not been to my interest. I had not gone as far. But I'm just asking.
The party has come up with the best ticket ever within the APC, and let me tell you why. We should be happy, because don't forget that we plan to base all our campaign on two major things. One, the achievement of President Muhammadu Buhari. Then secondly, the pedigree of these two candidates. We are all aware, unless you don't want to see it, what Bola Tinubu achieved when he was governor of Lagos. And the template that they put there, that is still running till today. You are also aware of the enormous achievement of Senator Kashim Shettima in Borno State, to the point that he was able to bring the best successor in this country today. He brought Zulu. Look at what Zulu is doing. So the capacity of a leader, to identify a talent, train the talent, and send him to the field is something that we need to appreciate. And don't forget, in Nigeria today, Lagos and Borno State has never been ruled by PDP. And that is why you are seeing, the virus of PDP has not touched those two states. And that is why we should be happy
the
that...
The virus of PDP?
Yes.
I would rather you refrain from calling other political parties such derogatory words. But speaking about the PDP and other political parties, we've seen reconciliatory efforts for the aggrieved parties, factions within the party. And we don't seem to hear a lot. I'm not saying I've been following the APC all over the place. However, we're not seeing a lot in terms of harmonizing those little voices that are still agitating.
Within the APC?
Within the APC.
Like who?
Well, there's the Northern Christian group, that came out and has been coming out. In fact, they were in the news recently that they stand firm against that same faith ticket that happened. So I'm just asking, we are seeing reconciliatory efforts in other parties. Are you also trying to norm those voices in your party?
In the first place, Northern Christian Group is not an arm of APC. It's just a social, political pressure group within the North. I don't know their religion, but you said Northern Christian Group.
Yes.
Those people are not, they are not an arm of our party. They are not an organ of our party. They are not a pressure group under our party. So they are like a ferry in the Southwest, lending their own voice in their own opinion. But we'll continue, as a matter of duty, to discuss with our people, continue to educate them, so that they will see reason why this religion thing should be put in the background. Our problem, our challenges, has no religious coloration. You don't need to be a Christian before you can rule the country. You don't need to be a Muslim before you can rule the country. Our people are not looking for all of those things that we are discussing here. All they are looking for is good governance. They want to be secured everywhere they go in the country. They want to get to the bank and get loan to support their business at a minimal interest rate. They want to enjoy government facilities. They want to wake up in the morning and see light everywhere. They want to go to their office and see light, to prosecute their business. So the problem we are facing as a country is not religion, and we should put it at the background.
Right.
Honestly.
Okay, well, a couple of days ago actually, we also had Asiwaju Bola Tinubu return from, I'm not sure the country, London I hear, Dubai I hear, so I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate. We've heard several speculations, although the headlines had said London. Now, some of the voices you hear, especially on social media, when it comes to commenting on this, is that he went for another medical leave. And you know that Nigeria has that, it's like a wound when you talk about your politician traveling out all the time for medical checks and medical attention. First of all, the blame now is he going to be traveling? Should he emerge president? Are we going to see such travels? Is he healthy? Which is the biggest question everybody is asking. Are you churning out a healthy president for Nigeria? Because we have so many challenges that we are facing. We need an energetic president. Do we have a healthy one?
Thank you, Joy. The issue of health of anybody is with God.
Of course.
And can only be verified by doctors. In their own slogan, they said, we care, but God heals. As I'm sitting here, I have my drugs in my pocket. You can fall sick at any time.
That's true.
So, but the good thing is that whenever Bola Ahmed Tinubu travels abroad, it's a news. To some of us, it's good news. Because we know he has a lot to do outside Nigeria for us to win this election.
And not necessarily on health grounds?
Have you seen him in the hospital? Has there been any picture or any video showing Bola? If they have it, they will have displayed it. But all of these are speculations. They just want to call the dog a bad name so that they can hang it. And it's the man to beat anyway. So everything, if he sneezes, it's a news. Because he didn't attend ICANN conference.
I was going to get there.
He's in the news. If he attends, it will be news. He's a man to beat. And we are not worried about it at all. But all I can tell you now is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, by the spirit of Almighty God, is ill and hearty. And he is not going there, to prosecute any health issue. Rather, he is going there with full agility to solve Nigeria's problem. For me, health issue is not there.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about his mandate. I know I read in the papers a couple of days ago, I think that was yesterday, that he had taken his manifestos to the APC governors and they've given him a nod to go ahead. First of all, why was that necessary? Because when I read it, what came to mind was, the APC governors, do they have a say? Could they have said, oh no, tick this and dot this I here and there? That in the party.
No,
was it necessary to meet the governors with the manifesto?
Not the governors alone.
Right.
The stakeholders.
Okay.
You see, Bola Tinubu is a team player. And then you will recall that Vice President Asiwaju has said it before, that when he was his commissioner in Lagos, Tinubu does not have that character of loading his idea or his will on people. Rather, he always encouraged argument. And at times, when other arguments are superior than his own, he fought for it. So he's a team player. He has put his ideas on paper, and he distributed it to people for their own input, so that this thing will be an all-inclusive, document that will be acceptable to everybody. So that should not be a problem. It's a good thing that at least he has come out with something, and he put it on the table for people. This is what I'm planning to do for the country. We are working together. We are going to work together. Let's have your input and let's see how it goes. So it's a good thing that he has done that.
Okay. So moving forward, what are we to expect? What is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu telling Nigerians about how to solve our problems?
Bola Tinubu, is an embodiment of good governance. It's an epitome of innovation. He's been talking about cassava now.
The Agbadu.
He's talking about maize.
Yes, I'm trying to get what you call your
ege. In my language, we call it cassava ege. He's talking on how we can, all of those things we produce them in high quantity. No, he's talking on how we can add value, to all of those things, so that we can be using them to. Don't forget that in Nigeria, if not the largest producer of cassava, we should be the second largest producer of cassava in this country. So he's talking about all of those things. Bola Tinubu is already talking about establishing industrial development agency in each of the six geopolitical zones, so that this can, encourage industrialization. This can encourage the realization of moribund industries. Don't forget there are peculiarities in each of the states. Each of the region. What can work in the southwest may not work in the north central. So it's somebody that is talking like that, how to reinvigorate industrialization in each of the region. Such a person is ready and willing to deliver good governance in Nigeria.
That's exciting. However, what is he talking about when it comes to security?
Don't forget that President Muhammadu Buhari has achieved a lot in terms of security in Nigeria. You will recall that when we came on board as a government, the issue of Boko Haram was the main thing, and farmers others clash. But today, it has become the thing of the past. I am not saying 100%, but the International Terrorism Index figure, not by me, not the government, really did that the issue of elder farmer clash has been reduced to the barest minimum. The issue of Boko Haram in the northeast is no more there, because if a Kanemi football club that has been playing their matches in Bauchi all this while can play their match in Maiduguri, that shows some level of security in the state. So what is happening now? Yes, banditry here and there, kidnapping here and there, and the volume, you will agree with me, due to the effort of this government, has drastically been reduced. The only two major ones that we have sadly in this year is Kuje prison and the train hijack. But thank God today, everybody that is involved in that train attack has been released through the efforts of the government. So we're actually doing, and Bola Tinubu will come around, to build on those things through technology, innovations, and what have you.
Okay, but when you talk about Bola Tinubu, the APC, Are you telling us that it's going to be in continuation? Because that's the question Nigerians have been asking. Are you banking your campaign based on the achievement of the current administration, or you are writing it off like some people have speculated? You know, people who are critics of this government would always say that the economic challenges are worse than we've ever met it. Inflation is high up there. I just talked about the out-of-school children. We are talking about natural disasters that some believe could have been mitigated. Are you confident enough to base your campaign as to continuation of this administration's development and work?
Continuation is relative. The word continuation is relative. But what I'm going to say is this. Give it to President Muhammadu Buhari. He has done a lot. Don't forget that Buhari is not the government, but he is the head of the government. I have in my phone here 74 pages of Buhari's achievement. I will send that to you, so that maybe when you are discussing with people, you can be referring to someone, and they are verifiable. So we are going to build on those achievements that Buhari has recorded. And also, we are going to improve, you know, in the areas where work is in progress. Buhari has not failed at all. He has achieved a lot in so many areas, and work is in progress in so many other areas. So we'll continue to build on that and improve upon it for the betterment of Nigerians. So we can't separate. Bola Tinubu is an APC leader. Buhari's government is being run by APC party. So there are two in one that cannot be separated. But all we are telling you now is that Buhari has achieved a lot farther than you know. So we need to build on those ones and continue to improve on where work is in progress.
Okay, so when do we get to hear this manifesto as well? I know we have 7 months to elections, and you believe you have a lot of time. But my question is, when can Nigerians start getting these manifestos out there and interrogating it and asking questions? When are you ready to start engaging based on this set-out manifesto?
We will discuss the manifesto, but very soon it will be out. Everybody will see it. We have a copy. Everybody will have a copy in our own local languages. So very soon we have enough time to interrogate it. And the manifesto will be very all-inclusive, and it will provide solution to the challenges of the country by the special grace of God. Very soon it will be out.
Okay. So are you concerned about the Labour Party and the PDP, the movements, and the massive mammoth crowd we often see when they come out for their campaigns? This used to be the APC in 2015, if you remember. We used to have this mammoth crowd in the APC, and we're seeing it sort of divided in other parties. Are you concerned come 2023 that they might steal this mandate, or you might not emerge, your party might not emerge president because there's competition?
Everything you are seeing is called Initial Gra Gra, IGG.
Initial Gra Gra.
That's what it's called. Let me talk about Labour Party. Labour Party, yes, it has added some color to the political struggle, and we quite appreciate that, because at least we have some people before in this country that they have some flag that is not Nigerian in front of their home, in their region. But now, at least, they've changed those flags to Labour Party's flag, which is a political party in Nigeria. So we are quite happy about that. And some of these young people, you are
happy, not concerned.
Concerned about what?
I'm asking, please.
I'm just happy that some flags that are not Nigerian has been withdrawn. And then at least we have Labour.
I unfortunately understand where you're going with this.
No, I've not said anything.
You're speaking in parables.
No,
unfortunately, I kind of understand.
But I've not said
That's
anything.
A thought trend I don't want to follow. However, are you concerned about this seemingly revolution?
I'm just
because we also heard from loyal APC members, stakeholders, strong stakeholders and chieftains come out to say, we must not undermine this. there's a tweet from Honorable Garba, that an APC member, that said that we just saw what happened in South Africa. We must not undermine this. And I'm asking you, are you concerned about
Joy,
the seeming revolution we're seeing?
Don't bother yourself too much.
Right.
The fact remains that Labour Party has nothing in their capacity to win this election. Forget all this. You win election based on structure.
Right.
What structure has Peter Obi got to win an election in this country? It's too big for him. That's a fact. He's a fine gentleman, very intelligent, but he has nothing, to win this election. I'm talking about PDP. We continue to remind Nigerians how we met this country when we came on board. Forget all these indices about economy. It's everywhere in the world. The issue of recession affected everybody in the world.
But has the APC been able to communicate this? Because that is often the problem.
That's what we are doing now.
The APC been able to communicate this to the electorate, and that is a global inflation problem. It's a global economic crisis.
We are talking to people,
right?
And we continue. This is a medium to talk to people. That the issue we are having is not precipitated by the APC government, no, but rather, it's a global trend, and we are doing a lot and everything, to mitigate it. So we continue to talk to our people, we continue to educate them. For us in the APC, we are not concerned, we are not bothered, we are not worried about all this movement crowd that you are talking about. Because when the chips are down, we put the fact on the table.
You put the fact on the table,
yes.
But before you put that fact on the table, can you kindly tell us what you mean by the structure that's unavailable? Because what drives what we hear from these young people is that it has nothing to do with structure. It's voting the candidate of our choice. And if you're voting, what else is structure? Your structure is based on the electorate you can convince. And if the electorates are saying we don't even necessarily have to be political party members.
People are saying they don't want to be that, they want Tinubu. So what are you saying?
Right.
That's what they are saying.
Yes,
our young people are saying.
It's an election, so you will hear people of different, diverse opinions. You just mentioned that Obi will need a structure and that this might be too much for him. He's a fine gentleman. And I'm asking, what do you refer to as structure when electorates are saying, I want you, for instance, hypothetically speaking?
Now, every political party wants to win election.
Of course. And
also wants to secure that election. Let me just say this to you on this. That what I'm talking about when it comes to structure. Okay, look at the list released by INEC recently. Out of 109 senatorial slots that are available to political party, the Labour Party just maybe 38 or 20 something. So only 28 people are contesting 109 senatorial slots under the Labour Party. Is that a structure?
Yeah, what's the downturn to that?
That shows that the presence of the party is in a few places. And let me tell you, Joy, the issue of election in Nigeria today is bordered around the grassroots. There are people in my village that does not know Peter Obi. They don't know Labour Party. And they are the real electorate. If you mention Peter Obi to some people in the country today, they will be thinking of somebody that is playing football or is running a race somewhere. So it's not an household name. It's not an household name. He's trying. He's pulling the crowd. He's just adding color to the political campaigns, and it will end there. It will end there. So I'm not bothered about them. Other PDP, the president candidate of the PDP. I'm sorry to say he has no pedigree.
Wow.
Yes.
I would not have that.
No, I will explain it. Let me explain it.
We have run out of time, so that will be a quick explanation because a lot of people are ardent followers of Atiku Abubakar.
When you are a vice president to somebody, your president is the president that marks your script. But unfortunately, the Obasanjo that was supposed to mark the strips of Atiku, who worked with him for 8 years, said the only thing he regretted in life is choosing Atiku as the vice president.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Comrade Adeboye Adebayo, the National Director of Media and Publicity, Asiwaju Project Beyond 2023. Thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you so much for having me.